Hi everyone, I'm Ritika, and today we're going to move through a yoga practice where we will connect with our breath and reconnect with ourselves. So let's begin. Grab two blocks and some padding for your knees if you need to. Say hi to Cuba. And come to lie down on your back. Taking the soles of the feet to touch, knees come out on the sides. And just lying down here. So we're in Supta Baddha Konasana. Taking the right hand to the belly and the left hand to the heart. And just tuning into the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Fully coming back to this present moment. Today I'd like to talk to you about Swadhyay. Swadhyay is an integral niyama, an integral observance in yoga. And quite simply, it means self-study, understanding oneself, peeling back layers of the consciousness, and understanding what one's true motivations, what one's true intentions are. I invite you today to reflect on what intentions and motivations come up as you practice without judging them, without questioning them, just observing the thoughts and the intentions that come up. And then bringing the feet on the ground, taking the feet out wide as the mat, and letting the knees knock into one another. Really noticing that breath in and out of the body. Swadhyaya. Learning about oneself is really lifelong work. It is a great way to connect back to what we truly value, what we truly treasure. And then hug the knees into the chest and just roll side to side on your back. And just massaging the lower back here. Pause for a moment. Bring the feet down, again as wide as the hips or maybe a little less wide this time. And then just let the knees fall to the left and then the knees fall to the right. You can keep your hands on your upper thighs or on the mat right by your hips. And just moving in this gentle twist. So our upper body, our shoulders, our backs are firmly planted. We're just moving through the hips and the thighs and the knees. And then come back to center, hug the knees in, roll on to any side, and then slowly come up. Come on to hands and knees. Hands right under shoulders, as wide as shoulders, and knees right under the hips. Plant the fingers really nice and firm into the ground and try to keep the fingers as wide as you can, as wide as comfortable. Pushing the chest away from the mat as you inhale, open the chest, arching the back. Exhale, lift up through the lower abdomens, let the head go. Inhale, open the chest, moving the shoulders back. Exhale, round through the upper back, the mid back and lower back, let the head go. You can move the head a little bit side to side here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, round. On the next inhale, come into a long spine and see what feels good and authentic to you today. So stay here if that's what your body calls for, or extend through that right leg. Really firmly out through that right heel. Try to keep the hips still in the same line. Stay here for a breath. And then on the next inhale, maybe sending the weight to the right hand and to the left leg. Lift that left arm forward. So you're extending through that left arm and the right leg. Stay here. On the next inhale, stay right here. And then on the exhale, hug the knee into the chest, bring the elbow in. So you're rounding your back. Inhale to extend, exhale to round. If this feels too challenging, feel free to bring that left hand down. Inhale to extend, exhale, round. Two more. Inhale to extend, exhale, round. Inhale to extend, exhale, round. And then bring the hand and the knee back down. Great. Stay here. Observing the thoughts that come up. On the next inhale, send that left leg back, out through the heel, making that leg really strong. And then bring the right arm forward. So you're balancing the weight this time on the left hand and the right knee. Take padding for your knee if you need it. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, hug the knee and the elbow in. Again, feel free to bring that right hand down. This is just as good. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale, extend one more. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. And then bring the hand and the knee down. Send your hips to your heels and come into child's pose. Let your forehead rest down on the ground, or you can also make a little cushion with your hands and place it right under your forehead. Breathe. Connect back to the breath. Notice how the breath moves into the side body when you're in child's pose. On the next inhale, bring the arms forward. Press into the hands. Make sure the hands are as wide as shoulders. Lift your hips up. Tuck the toes. Come into downward facing dog. So bend your knees and really send your hips all the way up. And keep the knees bent here if you need to. Keep pushing the weight away, sending the hips up, finding extension through the spine, and maybe bicycle the legs here, bending one knee and the other. Make sure that the arms are rotating externally and the shoulders are away from the ears. And then take a breath. As you exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Slowly and steadily walk your feet forward. And then taking your feet as wide as hips here. Fold. Let the head go. You can keep the knees bent here. You can let the arms hang. Shake the head yes and no. And hold on to opposite elbows and just move side to side. stretching through the hamstrings. And then releasing the hands, coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, taking your time as you roll all the way up. Really slowing down this movement. Letting the head be the last thing to come up. And once you're up, rolling the shoulders back. Finding grounding through the feet. And then just gently moving side to side and engaging through all four corners of the feet. So we're distributing the weight evenly. Slowly open your eyes. Great. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Press into the feet and come all the way up any way you like. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Press into the feet and come all the way up. Roll up, arms reach up. Hold on to the right wrist with the left hand and then pull the right arm towards the left side. So you're coming into a lateral stretch, stretching the right side of the body. Come back to center. Hold the left wrist with the right hand and then pull yourself to the right side. So the hips are going to naturally move to the left a little bit and you're moving your arms to the right. Come back to center. Let's do that again. Hold the right wrist with the left hand and move your arms to the left. Hips move to right. Come back to center. Hold your left wrist with the right hand and pull your arms to the right side. The hips move to the left. Come back to center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your arms by your side. And then just come into a wide-legged stance. So take the feet parallel to each other, as wide as you feel comfortable here. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale here for a long spine. Exhale to fold. Keep the knees bent if you need to. If you have blocks, take them right under your hands or hold on to opposite elbows and just hang here. Shaking the head, releasing any tension in the neck. And come back to that breath. Come back to your intention. And slowly straightening through the legs, taking your hands to the hips and coming all the way up. This time, pointing the toes out so that when you bend into your knees, the knees are tracking over the first two toes on both feet. So we're moving into the goddess pose. You can take your arms up by your sides in T. Make sure your arms are where you think they are. Close your eyes. And just fully enjoy and experience the sensations that this pose brings. Great. Open your eyes. Taking the right forearm to the right thigh, lift up through the left arm and bring the left arm towards the right, stretching the side body. And then bring that left forearm to the left thigh, lift the right arm up and send it to the left side. Come back to center, bring both arms up. And then straighten through the legs. Take your hands to your waist and come back to the front of the mat. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Let's move through two sun salutations. Inhale, take your hands to the shins, long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down, send your feet back to tabletop or all the way back to plank. Hold your plank pose, pushing the chest away from the floor, keeping the legs really strong, finding engagement in the core. As you exhale, bring the knees down and come all the way down, hugging the elbows in. Come onto the tops of your feet. Press into your hands. If they're right under the shoulders, do it there, or you can walk your hands out. Come onto the fingertips. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands right under the shoulders this time. Press into your hands. Come onto your knees. And move back to downward facing dog. Make sure the feet are parallel to each other and as wide as the hips. The neck is relaxed. Hips are moving up. And just breathe. Come back to your breath. Come back to your reflection. What is it that you see? On the next inhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Take your feet together or hips width apart. As you inhale, find a long spine, hands to shins. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, hands to shins for a long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down and move to plank, any which way you like. Or feel free to stay in tabletop and find a cat-cow movement. But if you're in plank, keep your body really strong, pressing away from the floor. Legs are strong. Stay here for one more breath. And then come all the way down, bringing the knees down first or coming down in one piece, really making sure that the body, the core is strong. Keeping your hands right under the shoulders this time. As you inhale, lift the head, neck, and chest up. Exhale to fold. This time, maybe experiment and send the hands further back, closer to the lower ribs. So press into the hands as you come up. Exhale to fold. One more time. This time pressing into your hands. Come on to your knees. And moving to downward dog. Feel free to take child's pose whenever you need it. Remembering that this is your practice. This is your swadhyaya. And then walking to the front of the mat. Taking your hands to your shins as you inhale, coming into long spine. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Staying here for a breath. Noticing thoughts that come up. Noticing the inhales and exhales. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Inhale, take your hands to the shins for a long spine. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. come onto the knees and just come to sit down on your hips. So you can take padding here if you need to find a nice long spine. Keep the knees bent, feet on the ground. Hold on to the knees and really use this as support for that long spine. Close your eyes. And then take your arms around the thighs and just giving the thighs a hug here. Maybe straightening the feet a little bit. And if this feels enough for your hamstrings, then staying here. And maybe straightening the feet a little bit more, coming onto the heels. And staying here if this is where you need to be. Or straightening them a little bit more. And letting the neck be an extension of the spine, so looking down towards your knees. Letting the neck be relaxed. Staying here for 2 more breaths. And then releasing your hands. Just rolling all the way down. Hugging the knees into the chest. Bringing the left foot down and taking the right ankle on the left thigh right under the left knee. So you're opening the right hip, the knees pointing to the side. Keep the right foot really flexed here so it protects the knee. Stay here if this feels like enough of a hip stretch. You can also bring that left thigh into the chest, taking your hands and interlacing them around the left leg. Keep that right foot really active, really strong. And hugging the left knee in any amount. Keeping your eyes closed here if this feels good. And trying as much as you can to not engage with the thoughts. And just watching the thoughts come and go. And then slowly bringing the left foot back down. Bringing the right foot down and taking the left foot, the left ankle on the right thigh, right under the right knee. Keeping that foot really flexed and staying here. If you want to move into a deeper stretch, hugging that right thigh in, taking your hands and interlacing around the right shin. Keeping the left foot really active here. And reminding yourself that you're inhaling and exhaling. You aren't even paying attention. Reminding yourself that there are so many thoughts, so many actions that we do sometimes without paying attention. But what is truly sacred to us? What is of value? What is our intention behind the things we do? One more breath here. And then bringing the right foot down, hugging both knees into the chest one final time, bringing your forehead to the knees, and then straightening through the legs, lengthening through the arms, palms facing up. Shavasana, a final resting pose. Letting the body relax, letting the breath relax. Allowing yourself to be heavy and to be held by the ground beneath you. And then taking a deep breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes, move your head from side to side. Bend your knees. Come on to your side. And then slowly come to sit. Taking your hands to heart. Thanking yourself for practicing today. For reflecting on what is true and what is authentic. Let's close the practice by chanting one Om. Feel free to repeat or listen. Om. Namaste.